looks like Rogue looking to find an answer, and it will be the Syndra lock-in. So a bit of a powerful mid laner, can set up very strong ganks. I think the Syndra Hecarim can be pretty potent, but something that Ender talked a lot about yesterday was that when you're playing carry scaling junglers, typically what you need is strong agency in the lanes. Priority is so important because of what you're able to do with it. And I think the scary thing for Rogue is that it can be very easy for the Zoe to get early prio in mid. I think that it's possible for Mad Lions to get prio in bot as well. When you're playing against Ashe Arrow, Leona, and the Zoe bubble. So like the respect being shown, but of course fewer teleports, slightly weaker 2v2 in the bot lane. And as I say that, already we see a level 1 invade coming out from Shadow.
I love it from Shadow. Dashes across the wall just to get the damage onto Inspired. He's going to chase him all the way out of the jungle. Kaiser and Carzzy are facing off against Hansama and Vander, who are currently winning out on that trade, but this is going to be Wolves and a blue buff over to Shadow. It's a par 3 and currently
sitting on top of the blue buff, so they will have information as to whether or not Inspired chooses to do that split map, but the risk that they have, as a mid gank does happen, but not much is going to come off the back of that, the risk that they have is you'll notice in the top lane, the push is coming through from
in here, getting a control ward in this bush, and then a further ward on the Wolves to try and just track Shadow as much as possible. Finn going in, didn't use the flash taunt, instead just allowed Orome to flash away, but this gives Inspired the opportunity to do some counter jungling of his own.
Yeah, they have information and they're able to steal away from things, but now Mad looking for a play, TP as well.
Oh, that was beautiful. Oh, we need to see a replay of that, because Vander actually stopped the Zenith Blade with a hook so that then Kaiser was not in range to auto-attack for the stun. Like, that is next level Nautilus play there. That's actually really impressive.
They also used the Curse of the Blind.
But then the Shielded Daybreak, the stun can't connect. That is actually just next level play there from Vander. Who's going to try and get him away as he gets into Curse of Blackness. Humanoid coming in, has the Proto Belt stolen away. The flash from Hansama into the cleanse, but Humanoid continues to chase and gets first blood in the bottom lane.
Wow, Mad were really committed to killing Hansama and Vander there, and they were able to make this one work out. Now Shadow is on the top side of the map. We'll run into Inspired.
Inspired doesn't have a huge amount of mana here. You can see with that devastating charge, he's actually run out of it completely, and now Finn is stuck underneath the tower with a not very healthy horse. However, Larssen's on his way up, has the unleashed power. And this, you could greed a little bit for it. Shadow gonna go across to the blast cone. Larssen realizing perhaps they're trying to collapse on him as here comes Humanoid once again. Larssen gets the knockback, has to dodge away from the Battlestar, but can't do it. Flashes from the Sleepy Trouble Bubble, lands another sphere, but Larssen is chased down the barrier. Might be enough as Shen ultimate, in fact, as the damage comes down and Shadow goes down. I was wondering where on earth the barrier came, but Finn
pushed. And so is top lane. You can see on your minimap, going to draw your attention to the Senna that is slowly making her way towards this objective. But Zoe's acting as interference, trying to stop any Rogue members from interfering from the Graves solo take. So kind of recognizing what Rogue typically do and having a good answer. Ignite comes down.
Oh, that's just so... It was an Ignite from the passive as well. It wasn't even like a proper Ignite there from Humanoid. He's just trying to put a little bit more damage down in the top lane. Rift Toad is...
information the Mad had. I feel like they could have just made that quick rotation.
I feel like they can still do it around now, actually. They've kept their bot lane down towards the bottom side of the map. Orome being very sneaky here. I don't think he wants to make a play. This is more just Alcove Gaming is trying to get himself away as Hansama and Vander will retreat from the lane as well. Orome's actually going to stay around. Now he's spotted. And yeah, Vander and Hansama are like, oh, there he was all along. Crocodiles can bounce out from anywhere, Vedius. I've actually been playing a new game, an MMORPG called New World. It's like in preview at the moment. And it's crazy where the crocodiles can come from. As the dive comes in the mid lane, and it looks like Humanoid might die as Finn. Trying to collapse on him. Humanoid very speedy from the more sparkles, but Inspired should be able to get him underneath the tower.
Well, no crocodiles in that play, but Rogue certainly trampled Humanoid down. I feel like that, again, I don't kind of want to keep harping on about Mad, but they were so well set up in the early game to keep the pressure on.
Only a small gold lead ahead.
So I want to draw attention to the fact that Carzzy did not immediately clear that wave. He actually waited for the next wave to arrive, and this is the basic concept in pro play of stacking a wave. Rather than hitting a tower with one, he's now actually hitting a tower with two, plus the Rift Held, making this push harder to stop, but Rogue forced the engage.
Humanoid has TP, so does Orome, and the engage comes in. You can see the damage already down as Carzzy's going to fall, and Larssen could just open up straight onto Humanoid. The unleashed power is being used, and Humanoid just about able to survive, but Inspired's got a double kill, and there's the third as Humanoid falls. Orome in the midst of it all has to retreat underneath his tower, and, well, Mad knew it was coming, and Rogue didn't care at all. They just totally destroy Mad in the bottom lane.
Surprised that Larssen didn't actually get the stun there, but a really good force coming out from Rogue. And Rogue just chasing down the stragglers. Really good engage from Rogue. Now they're 5 kills to 1.
Yeah, and Inspired is so big now. Look at that, second highest damage in the game on that last fight. And at the start, we said, hey, Shadow seems to be more comfortable. He's getting this early lead. They stole away.
Very good fight there, but you'll notice that the gold is still very even. Some big items have come through for Mad. They're going to be trading towers on the top side of the map. And of course, when we get to these fights, I do think the Rogue inherently have the advantage. But Mad have a lot of damage threats. They have the Renekton to act as when Rogue dive in, he's going to have easy access onto these frontline targets. And if Mad can just play straight up front to back, I think that there are ways in which they can come back into this game. Arrow comes through.
Only hits onto Vander. Summer using Curse of Blackness to try and get away. Inspired coming in from the side as well, but he's going to dive into a 4v1. Has to jump away. There's Zenith place the next. There's the Dawning Shadow for a bit of a shield. Shadow down to 200, but already Humanoid's got a kill. And now Mad can continue on the offensive. Larssen coming in, though. He's going to get through the bush. Knocks the Scatter the Weak back. The Unleashed Power comes out onto Carzzy, but look at Carzzy. He's doing so much work. Almost kills Larssen and survives. Mad Lions with an incredible fight in the topside jungle.
All right. Ooh, good damage coming out from Humanoid, but not going to quite get that kill on to Sama. You know, EU AShe was a bit of a meme, but I feel like we got a couple of good AShe players now. Carzzy's positioning and execution of the AShe there was
great play there from Mad. They are going to secure their second Rift Hold of the game. We'll note an Infernal Dragon went over to Rogue while all of that was happening. So they are on a clock. As you said earlier on, it is quite a late Dragon clock, you know, 17 minutes, looking at 26.
He's also going to have the Rift Hold to help support him. And Mad Lions just getting deep vision towards the bot side jungle.
At the moment, Larssen, without teleport on this Syndra, is in a side wave. They know that he cannot affect this lane at all. So he's still up there. Mad Lions given free reign just to push in. They will get at least one turret out of this. The Rift will probably stop before its second charge. But Shelly is having a field day. Actually going to get the second charge in here as well, because the sleep connects on Finn. Finn, you're napping on the job. Get a good sleep schedule, my man. You won't fall asleep in the middle of a fight like that again.
Now Mad.
Orome to rejoin the battle, but Inspired now in the pit. Shadow doesn't have any vision in here, doesn't have a control ward to put in. The scrying totem comes down, but Mad get it cleared out straight away. Shadow dives into the back of the pit, trying to get into that bush, but he's been spotted out. Finn now looking to step forward, can be a key engage tool alongside Vander. The Dragon down to 4,000 HP. Orome trying to dash forward, Paddle Star doesn't connect. Dragon resets. Mad once again looking for this fight because they don't want to get onto Soul Point. The knockback onto Kaiser. As he goes low, Inspired still just scything away at the Dragon, looking for the smite bite. Shadow dives in. There's the Unstoppable Onslaught. They're trying to dive onto the backline. The Storming Shadow comes out, and it's Inspired who gets it. Orome dives in, but he goes down straight away. Rogue, get the Dragon, get a kill, and get the hell out.
Yeah, it's very difficult for Mad to actually force any kind of fight. The double cleanse on the side of Rogue doesn't even get expended, and it felt like that Mad were just going for the 50-50 on the Drake rather than committing to any sort of
Gargoyle is complete yet. He's only sitting on a Negatron cloak and a chain vest, so it's so difficult for Kaiser if that poke isn't hitting to really do too much more. Humanoid gets the Unleashed Power taken down onto him. Larssen dived on as well as Finn comes in with a Stand United, and there's a fight in the mid lane over not really too much. Carzzy opening up the range's focus. The arrow connects, the Solar Flare doesn't, and Vander just about manages to flash across the wall. He will survive and no one dies.
So, bit of a crazy skirmish in the mid lane. Well, I think just started.
Right, they are so good at just saying, hey, Larssen, between minutes 15 and 30, we're just going to give you a lot of gold.
The problem is he doesn't have teleport, which then he's also the wave clear, which means that Mad have easy access onto this tier 2, and they're going to take this one away for free. Kaiser goes in.
There's Solar Flare, Dawning Shadow coming out, but Finn is there in time. Inspired's already down. As Shadow goes down, Kaiser able to get the stopwatch off. Carzzy able to survive as well, and Larssen late to the party.
Reasons why you can't just send your mid laner to a side lane. Like, it was so easy for Mad to just force that engage, especially without any cleanses available on Sama. So Mad could just push in through mid. Now you'll notice that this bot wave is safe for them to push because they have control over this bot side of the map. So, like, it's important that you utilize where you have pressure and respect it. And I think it was a good example here of, like, Finn can now push the wave because he knows his form. But he has Shen ultimate.
Arrow comes out, Solar Flare's going to hit Inspired as well. He used the Unstoppable Onslaught to try and get away. The sleep comes in. Kaiser diving onto the backline as Larssen uses the Unleashed Power, but Kaiser is still very tanky. Vander going to get dived on by Shadow. Vander takes down Kaiser. Shadow takes down Vander. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but Mad Lions have total control of the river. Dawning Shadow doesn't connect. Humanoid acting as a bodyguard right now, trying to dive in. Larssen actually walked away from this fight and is now slowly making his way back in there. Ignite's being used. Rogue, they're being flanked. Orome is off towards the top side and they don't know about it. Carzzy started up the dragon. It's secured. Shadow takes it. Rogue now trying to use this time to get into the mid lane, but Humanoid's going to open up with some paddle stars, and they do a huge amount of damage. Man should just disengage this, but Humanoid has other ideas. He dives in, sleep lands onto Finn. Shadow won the flank position. And it looks like Rogue should just get out of this one.
Oh, so, Rogue do not get the Ocean Soul. Good fight that went in favor of Mad there. Carzzy surviving with literally the smallest amount of HP.
He's still going.
Oh,
Humanoid.
Start the Baron off. Vander has rejoined the fight. Kaiser's on his way.
Humanoid is flanked here. Blast gun available for him, but he's knocked back to it. He still gets over the wall. That's how that works.
Wait, Shadow?
Shadow. Oh, wow. Okay, that was not good.
Shadow ends up just dying here, and this could be a free Baron going for Rogue. They're 5 men strong. Finn TPs after getting a reset off, and like, unless Humanoid makes the clutch play, there's going to be very little that they can do. He needs to get back to base, reset.
I don't think Rogue are going to do it. I don't think Rogue are going to do it.
Wait, why? They should just do Baron.
I think they don't have the quickest Baron
I mean,
in the
they
world.
straight. And in the meantime, Mad have found an opportunity to be able to take this top tower.
Will be secured by them. 1,000 gold between the two teams. We are starting to see,
Humanoid to be able to land poke initially, so that when you enter these fights, you have a health advantage, which is why these two mid laners are so very important.
Oh, Shadow. Oh, Shadow. Oh, Shadow. Oh, Shadow. Oh, Shadow. Oh, Shadow. Oh, no! Larssen was spotted out. I'm not sure. How is he out of the bush? Finn going forward. Shadow with the sidestep, and now it's actually a very good fight for Rogue as Finn flashes in. Straight on to the damage, but here's the unstoppable onslaught onto the back line as they look for the damage on Orome. Larssen unleashes the power, but Orome's still alive. Now he goes down. 2 kills down. Kaiser's going to fall as well as stun. The scatter of the week from Larssen was beautiful, and Carzzy, Shadow, and Humanoid have to run for the wins. And it looks like Humanoid, just dodges to the side of the scatter of the week. Flash hook connects and Zoe goes down. Rogue now turn their eyes to the Ocean Dragon. Carzzy, well, he blast coned over. And the Ocean Dragon is not too happy about that. Shadow could get into this bush, could steal it away. He can quick draw, he's in. They put the ward down. Shadow makes himself known. They know he's there now. I'm not sure why he stepped out and he has to quick draw back across. But he has Smite, and Rogue do not go on Shadow. Look for it. Get the steal off. Make it work. He dodges away. It's got to be down to about 3,000 HP. Rogue still doing it. Could just drag it out. No, just drag it out. Just get it out of the pit. Make it hard.
No, just stop. I think they should really just stop.
Well, they're not going to. Shadow dives in. He looks for it. He gets it! Vander swings down the anchor in the end, but Shadow did everything he could to keep Mad in the game.
Yeah, that's why I think the taunt from Finn. We'll see if we have an opportunity for this replay as Rogue is setting up for the Baron. Shadow is still dead, and looks like we're not going to get that replay as the Baron is going to kick off.
Yeah, with Shadow being dead, this is actually a really easy Baron call for Rogue. It's already down to 9,000 HP. Humanoid trying to do what he can, but doesn't land the sleeping trouble bubble. And Mad, you got to dive in, you got to do something soon. Orome is teleported in, and Mad, 4 members strong and now looking for the push, but you can see it's already down to 4,000 HP, and they go in. The engage with an unstoppable onslaught, the damage coming out. Orome's going to go down. Dawning Shadow, not quite enough, but he ticks, booms as Larssen takes the kill. Kaiser's second on the menu, and Rogue are just sweeping Mad away in the river. Shadow, can you do something miraculous? The unleashed power has already been used, but Larssen diving forward, stepping in, trying to get Mad on the back foot as they retreat back towards where their blue buff once stood. Carzzy coming in. All the damage dealers for Mad are still alive, and these 3 guys could put the team on their shoulders, but at the moment, the Lion's roar looks more like a cat's, as you can see Rogue just get another kill and go back towards the Baron. Mad Lions whimpering.
Shadow's still alive though. His Smite, I believe, is coming off cooldown very soon.
Can you get into the back of the pit? The blast cone's there, but Rogue has done such a good job. Oh, Shadow dives in way too early. Dodges back out with the collateral damage. Still alive. Carzzy trying to put the damage down with the volley as well from the side, but the healing coming out from Hans Summer is just too much. Shadow onto the blast cone. Finn, you're going to dash across. He's already almost down. The Smite comes in, Inspired secures it. Now Carzzy's going to get chased out. Hans Summer and Larssen will go across. Carzzy goes down. Shadow, we've seen you die in this position before, and I'm sorry, your fate will be the same once again. This fight, I have to feel. He's going to try and back in the bush, but Inspired, that's a devastating charge to be sure. Hans Summer even puts out the last embrace to make sure that Shadow can't get away.
And it's Rogue that come out on top in the fight once again. Beautifully played from Rogue. A lot of patience noticing that rather than go for the 50-50, they just wait for Mad to overcommit and overextend, and they're able to walk away with the Baron. Larssen, now, he doesn't realize that Kaiser's sitting in the brush. Kaiser not going to use his Hex Flash to dive on top of Larssen. In fact, it's Rogue who's diving on top of Kaiser.
Inspire's chasing here. Onslaught of Shadows will get the lockup onto Kaiser. The Zenith Blade. Solar Flare doesn't connect, and this might be two. It's Humanoid's going to get chased away. Larssen actually eats the Sleepy Trouble Bubble, and with the Dawning Shadow coming out, that's 2 quick kills to Rogue. And
it feels like that it's largely just coming down to execution. Rogue is stepping up on the day. Larssen is having a stellar performance, and
depth charge.
Now it looks like Mad are going to get caught out again.
Knocked up in the jungle. Inspire, pretty sure he didn't want to go that way, but the damage is unreal. Even through the QSS, Carzzy is unable to survive. Now they have double cannons actually in this bottom lane. He's going to eat through these towers very quickly. Hans Summer obviously will help out just a little bit, and Larssen with his empowered damage on towers, but this might just be the game. 20 kills to 7, Betty. Like, it was close until it wasn't. Rogue shellacking Mad Lions here. And this team is looking much more like the team that we saw end the regular season in first place. They are stating a claim on that finals weekend. They want a match versus G2. They want to prove that they are one of the best teams here in Europe, and they continue just to delete Mad Lions wherever they stand. Rogue with a dominant win in Game 2.
All right, a little bit more tense, a little bit closer. Both teams fighting a lot over these Drakes, but while Mad Lions were able to delay and steal away some of these Drakes, it felt like that Rogue were consistently in a better position. They were able to keep the game relatively even. They were able to mitigate some of the early deficits that they found themselves in, and they just outplayed Mad in a lot of these team fights. And we talked about how these fights were going to be difficult, and I think that Rogue did a great job of recognizing where they could turn around, where they could set up these dives, and every time that they could punish the Mad Lions.
And as much as